The young world chess champion Gukesh Dommaraju just crushed the Sicilian defense with the most powerful and truly the most dangerous attack against this defense. Of course, you know what am I talking about. The Rossolimo Nyezhmetdinov attack, one of the best ways to deal with the Sicilian defense. This game happened last night in the St. Louis Rapid and Blitz tournament, a very big tournament, and Gukesh D is playing with the white pieces against Grigoriy Oparin, a very strong chess grandmaster. Let's see what happened in this fascinating chess game, and don't miss the two brilliant sacrifices by Gukesh Dommaraju at the end of this game. Gukesh kicked off this game with the king's pawn move. He's the king of chess and he's starting with the king's pawn move. We have the Sicilian defense from Oparin, knight to f3, knight to c6, and here we go. Bishop to b5, Rossolimo Nyezhmetdinov. To my eyes, I'm a Sicilian player. This is too much annoying for the black pieces. From now on, white has the threat of this positional threat to double your pawns. And in most of the position, black cannot even breath in this kind of positions. It's very hard to move. You can see in this game. Oparin plays d6. Many players plays g6, e6. If you watched my videos, you can see that I mostly played g6. Carlsen like e6 most of the time, but he also plays g6. We have these are the two best options. Knight f6 is also playing, but d6 to my eyes is not the best option. I played it, and it was not a good experience. Castle, and now bishop to d7 to prevent this bishop takes c6, like to not have double pawns. Now white plays rook e1. He wants to start with c3, d4, and taking the center. White wants to take the center. It's not like open Sicilians to have better piece placement, but in this kind of a strategy, white wants to play to take the whole center with the pawns, like in Gioco Piano and other systems, like in Roy Lopez, for example. And here it's a very crucial point. Right now, just to mention also, white evacuate this square for the bishop. So after a6, bishop f1, right now this is a very important and key move for black. In my game, I played this position against a very strong Iranian chess grandmaster, Aryan Gholami. He was 2500, and at that game I also done the same mistake and lost in a very painful way. I couldn't do anything at that game. I couldn't breath even in that game. So it was a very painful experience. Some kind of games you just lost in the opening. It feels like that. And in this game, I feel the same for Oparin. You should have played bishop g4. This is very important. With this move, you prevent these c3, d4 ideas. If you play c3, you just play e6, for example, and white plays h3, you take, and then you will play knight f6, bishop e7. You are solid. White is better. White, of course, has two bishops, and he's better. But in the game, he plays knight f6. Just later, we can also play bishop g4, but there is no later. I'll just play h3, and now it's becoming very hard for black to play. Like at that game, I was also thinking about that. Okay, if I play e6 in this position, my opponent will play c3, bishop e7, d4, and I'm just worse. And I couldn't accept that. I just wanted to play e5 also, the move that Oparin played in this game, because it weakens d5 and d6. I just thought that, okay, I should play g6, bishop g7, but I just lost in 20 moves in that game. White just played c3, d4, and then e5 and just crushed me. In this game, Oparin played e5, which is a little bit better, but after c3, bishop e7, d4, after this mistake by black, I guess he was lost in this game. This is very important, and this game shows that Oparin was not at his best in this game. If you watch this game, you probably think, okay, is he a grandmaster? But some days it happens. You play just a very bad game, but he's a very strong player. You should see his good games. He just plays a bad move here with b5. Assuming that white is trying to play a4 and prevent b5, and black wants to attack on the queen side, but this attack backfires. He should have taken d4, take, knight takes d4, either castle, which is the second best move, or d5, which is very hard to play because white is ahead in development, and it's against all kind of rules in chess that if you are behind in development, you are not supposed to open the center. But okay, castle, still white is much better. d5, white is a little bit better, but what he done was much worse. He just played d5, and after d5, I mean, this is a dead position for black. He should move his knight. If he goes to a5, he just simply play b3, and this knight will never come back to the game. If you go knight b7, I will just wait with some moves, like a4 is even good. And if you play b4, c4, I'll just play b4 and prevent you from coming to c5. And I don't know how this knight can come back to the game. There is a way, knight to b7, to d8, to if the f pawn moves to f7, like in some Lopez structures, but even that is just crazy. In the game, Oparin just decides, okay, knight a5 is not good, so let's play knight a7, but white just attacks with a4. And now black is in big trouble. Castle and a b5. You might think, okay, knight takes b5, I will come back to the game, but this knight will do nothing, absolutely nothing on this b5 square, and white knight can come to c4 after that. This is too much bad. So he just decides to take here, and here Gukesh shows that he learned his lessons from a former world champion, Anatoly Karpov, a very great positional chess player. He was playing these kind of positions at the best level. b4, just maintaining the pawn structure, and now black cannot do anything, and this b5 pawn will also be weak. You can see the problem here, and black just was like, okay, I play c4 and there is no big deal. And this move is very, very beautiful. To my eyes, it's the most beautiful move of the game, but there are brilliant sacrifices even at the end. But Gukesh just plays rook e2. And here Oparin just suddenly comes to the, oh my god, I'm just going to lose this game right now. Because he's just going to play rook a2. This is the way that Karpov was dealing with these positions. He has very famous games in these kind of structures. And then white is just simply playing bishop e3. Like if you just simply want to maintain the knight is lost. Knight is just lost. And Oparin, after 11 minutes of thinking in this rapid game, he just comes to the idea that I need to give away my knight. He just plays knight to c6. Can you believe it? I mean, I was looking at what is knight c6, but it's the best practical decision. And here, from now on, he shows that why he's 2600. He shows that the opening goes very bad for him, but let's see. Rook takes here, takes. And now he will win this e4 pawn for sure. In the game, Gukesh played knight d2, take, and now black has 2 pawns for the piece. Here he plays bishop e3, good move. It's not the best move by Engine, but I think it's a good move. The idea is if you take here, it's a very bad decision, because white just control everything after this, like controls everything. You have 3 pawns, but you're going to lose these things. You have so many problems on these light squares, and these 2 bishops will win for white. But Oparin just plays h6, good move, and here Gukesh shows once again my conclusion of this game. He shows that his technique is not at the best level. Like, he wins this game in a very classy way. At the end we will see it, but you're a piece up in this position, and you're supposed to win automatically if you have the technique. Like if Carlsen is playing this position, if Karpov was playing this position, if Fischer was playing this position, these kind of players I'm talking about. And I'm assuming that they will win this position without any needs of tactics. But Gukesh plays a bad move. He plays rook to d2, which allows black to play queen a3. And here, white is in danger of losing the advantage, because black is trying to take on c3, and it's the third pawn. And if he takes here, this pawn will be a passer, and black is back into the game. He might even have some chances to win. And it's a very big thing. The world chess champion just won a piece in the opening and couldn't win the game. But here Gukesh shows that his calculation is at another level at this game. But I guess there was no need for this. Just knight e1, knight d2, white is a piece up and should win this game. Of course it needs technique, but should win this game. But he plays rook d2, and after queen a3, he was forced to take rook takes d6. Wow. And he just took it. It's a brilliant side. It's one of the brilliant sacrifices, but we have even a greater one than this. But at this position, yeah, this was a great found by Gukesh, but there was no need for this. This is very important. If you win by technique, there is no need for this kind of to make the game into a mess after winning a piece. It's not technique to my eyes. I don't know. You can write down your thoughts. Bishop takes d6, queen takes d6, and now we have bishop takes f3. And if you take back with the pawn on f3, then we have queen takes c3. And you can see that black has some chances, especially when time is ticking and you are in time trouble. But Gukesh once again took another very good decision. Queen takes e5, and now it's black that it's up material. He's up an exchange in this position. Can you believe it? White was up a piece, but you saw that Oparin was defending very well, asking a lot of questions to Gukesh. So this is why I'm saying that he's a very good player. But queen takes e5, really a good move by Gukesh. And after bishop goes back, this bishop d4. The second great move of this game by Gukesh. And now you need to play f6, queen g7. You can of course defend the pawn by g6, but after that queen g7 is just checkmate. So you need to play f6, and now queen takes b5, just collecting the pawns. Queen to a8 and bishop takes c4 check, and now just shutting down this diagonal. And this position is not enough to take. After queen takes f3, white can just simply bring the queen to here, and these two pawns will win the game for white. So black plays rook c8. We have bishop to d3, threatening to play queen f5. Black plays bishop d5, and now queen to d7 with the idea of bishop takes f6, very powerful. Black plays bishop g8 and queen to f5 by Gukesh. And here in this position, Oparin just played rook d8. I won't play it on the board, so you can think it's white to move. Can you find a win for white? After rook to d8, it's white to move. What do you play? Write down in the comments. White just unleashed a very beautiful queen sacrifice with queen takes f6. Good tactical found by Gukesh, and after that white is completely winning. The best move for black is to give away the bishop, but Oparin was a gentleman in this game and he allowed the checkmate in the board because he was no matter losing this game, so he just allowed this, and Gukesh just checkmated his opponent with two bishops. Shout out to Oparin to allow this. It's a very good thing. I mean, chess, these things to happen. But let's just watch the game from the beginning. This Rossolimo Nyezhmetdinov, you know Rashid Nyezhmetdinov. He was playing this line for a reason. It's very dangerous. Rook e1. Till now it's okay. Although I told you I don't like this d6 line. By my experience, I don't like it. I don't know why Oparin played it, but he was not prepared also. Bishop g4 here is necessary. White is better. Like, it's half a pawn advantage in this position for white, which is a big deal in this level. It's a big deal to have a half a pawn advantage. e5 the best, but he should have taken d4 in this position and played best kind of chess to equalize half a pawn advantage once again for white. But he just played d5, and now it's more than one pawn advantage from now on for Gukesh, and he played very good chess. This rook e2 was brilliant. He won the piece. From now on, he started to play a little bit inferior moves, like bishop e3 is even not the best. It's a good idea. Maybe bishop g5 by engine is better, but it needs calculation. I don't like bishop g5. Maybe knight d1 here. Why to bother ourselves with this kind of things? We are piece up. Okay, bishop e3 I can still understand. h6. Now rook d2. I mean, it seems like a good move, but I guess he just missed queen a3 in the game. I guess he just missed it, because after this there is no way to defend the pawn, and he was forced to do so. But he was doing it in a good way, and he was always winning in this game. There was no point that Gukesh was not winning. He was always winning, and at the end he just unleashed a queen sacrifice. A very nice game by the world chess champion that can be inspiring to a lot of us. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Enjoy chess, and